10 things you didn't know about Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic is a lot of things. He's smart, honest, has court vision, and always has a little bit of fun. Jokic, the two-time Kia MVP and most dominant player of the 2023 playoffs, led the Denver Nuggets to the NBA Finals and led his team to an NBA championship for the first time in club history by beating Miami Heat in the Finals 4-1. From being a draft prospect few people knew about to where he is now, it's nothing short of amazing. The Serbian giant is 6 feet 11 inches tall and 284 pounds, which makes him very slow on the court. Still, he can't be replaced on the team because of his moves in the post and his different plays, including no-look passes. But it took Jokic a long time and a lot of work to go from being a fatso from Southeastern Europe to the best American basketball player in recent times. We try to put it in perspective by telling you 10 interesting things about the most famous player with the number 15. First off, Nikola Jokic grew up in a macho home. He was born on February 19, 1995 in the city of Sombor, located in Serbia. Branislav, his father, was an agricultural engineer, and Nikolina, his mother, was a nurse. Being the youngest of 3 brothers, Strahinja is 13 years older than him, and Nemanja is 11 years older than him. His brothers are known for the trouble they caused on and off the court. They look like 2 Cerberuses, but Nikola says they are not dangerous. They look like serial killers, but when you meet them, they are really nice people. But on the other hand, they have full control over Nikola. That's what happens when you're the youngest, and also a little chubby in childhood. Next up, he had no choice but to move to Denver to live with his brothers. His brothers play a huge role in his life, and here's what he has to say about how they affected him. I don't worry about any of my NBA opponents. How could I? Only one person scares me, and that's my bigger brother Strahinja. Have you seen him? No wonder he is. Strahinja is almost 7 feet tall and worked as a bouncer after he stopped playing basketball. Nikola and Natalia May, Nikola's girlfriend at the time, lived in Denver with both Jokic brothers for many years. A few years ago, Nemanja, his middle brother, said that Nikola has no choice about whether or not he wants them there. Nemanja always thought of Nikola as a smart young man and was sure that he'll figure it out. But that was an important time in his life, and the elder brother wanted him to have the support that he himself didn't have. So they backed him up everywhere. To the Denver Star boy, on the other hand, it must have felt like they have full control over Nikola. And next up, if you didn't know, Jokic's childhood was as Serbian as it gets. As a child, Nikola lived with his parents, 2 brothers, and a grandmother in a small 2-room apartment. His grandmother made such a tasty breakfast that Nikola was often late to school. He was a fat kid who loved burek, a dish where meat is wrapped in phyllo, dough, and sweets. Also, for years he drank 3 liters of Coke every day. Yeah, you've heard that right. Nikola also has a clear memory of the NATO bombing of Serbia in 1999, when he was only 4 years old. Every night at 9 p.m. during those 3 months of spring, the lights would go out. People would sit in the dark in their homes and listen to the explosions while they waited for the raids to be over. So it's clear to say the best center in the league currently has had his fair share of hardships, followed by there's no place like Sombor, Jokic's hometown near the Serbian-Hungarian border. He loves it so much that he plans to move back there when he's done with his playing days. His home street and friends are there, which is why Sombor can't be replaced by any other town for him. Sombor is his whole life, as per his own words. He also gave an example of his uncle. He keeps saying he'll go back to Sombor, but he's been living in Austria for the last 25 years. So you never know. Maybe the Serb will be like him and spend the rest of his life in USA. But home is where the heart is, and Serbian food is a part of Nikola's heart. When he misses Serbia, he goes to his home in Denver where he keeps a stack of meat from there. Home-cooked meals from your home country are the best way to feel better. Nikola thinks that American food doesn't taste very good, which is good because it keeps him from wanting to eat a lot. Not to mention, Nikola went from supporting his brothers to becoming one of the best NBA players. Nikola's dad used to take him to watch his bigger brothers play basketball when he was a kid. He was 10 years old when his dad suggested he try playing basketball. The boy started to cry. He was scared because it all looked strange. But when he threw a ball for the first time, he knew he could do it. Before joining Mega Visera from Belgrade, he played for a few local teams. He wasn't even one of the 100 best young players in the country at that time. The baller was about 300 pounds and couldn't do a single push-up. But his coach, Modrag Ranatavi, was sure that the boy from Sombor had that something. Coming up, Jokic is wealthy, but he still likes to watch Tom and Jerry. In 2018, he became the most expensive Serbian athlete ever when he signed a 5-year deal with the Nuggets for $148 million. And many basketball stars have played in the U.S., including Vlade Divac, Peja Stojakovic, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and Boban Marjanovic, to name just a few. The Serb is still a kid. He likes to watch Tom and Jerry, Penguins of Madagascar, and Ice Age, which all remind him of his youth. He is also likely one of the few NBA players who doesn't have a tattoo. Let's learn more about the love of his life. Since they were 16, Nikola and Natalia have been together. Before he told her how he felt, they had been friends for 6 months. She didn't say a word, not even thank you. She went to the US 2 months after they started dating. Nikola wanted to stop basketball because of the breakup, but he soon got a job in the United States, and the two lovers were able to get back together. They got married in their hometown of Sombor in 2020, and their daughter Onghina was born in September 2021. Nikola now says that Natalia is the MVP in their family because she quickly adjusted to her new role as a mother and did everything well, while he felt useless in their new situation. Moving on to the Serbian superstar might be the greatest Nugget ever. This doesn't feel like an argument anymore. Jokic's name keeps popping up in the Nuggets regular season record book. He is first in all-time assists and rebounds, fourth in points, field goal percentage, steals, games played, and three-pointers made, and fifth in free throws made. He's also the only player in Denver's history to be named MVP, and he's been on the All-NBA first team more times than any other Nugget. He is the only player who has ever scored 2,000 points, gotten 1,000 rebounds, and given 500 assists all in the same season. During the 2022-23 season, he amassed these stats while playing for the Denver side. Next, the way he was drafted was unbelievable. Every basketball player dreams of being drafted, but Jokic probably didn't expect what happened to him. It sounds like a lie, but one of the best NBA players ever was picked while a Taco Bell ad was on. It was probably a time when he found it even harder to believe that he had been chosen. Still, it's a funny way to start a job, and it fits Jokic's charismatic personality perfectly. He was picked by the Nuggets with the 41st pick in the 2014 NBA draft, but his name wasn't said on TV because a commercial break was coming up. That's just disrespectful. But talk about karma in its purest form. Finally, Jokic has strong values as a human. Jokic makes his teammates better with the passes he gives them. Even though he will make more than $32 million in 2022/2023, he still lives like a boy from a small town in Southern Europe. He is very close to his wife and son. He also loves horses and his hometown Sombor. His life is full of hard work, goofing off, close friends, and watching cartoons. Jokic shows that you need to have a strong base of good values to be good at what you do. Love, strong support, and being humble helped him find it. That's all on the Serbian basketballer. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and be sure to click on the video. You surely don't want to miss it.